So it looks pretty solid, guys. We had a low at the beginning of the day, um, and then there was opportunity in there around like 10 or 11:06, and I have it between the 10 and 11 o'clock hours. So I was off by like maybe six. As far as entry, I was off by about 6 minutes. But even if you did it earlier, like you still would have been pretty solid getting out here. Where this is what I'm talking about. We have three crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level, confirming. Well, not always confirming a bullish trend actually, but um, confirming an exit, the moment of to exit, where we go up, down, up, right? So this should be where people have exited. They could have either exited here at 2 o'clock, or because we have the 2 to 3 o'clock hour, or they probably, if they missed that, hopefully they waited for the Ace of Swords. But we should see a lot of price swinging. Well, not swinging, but a lot of like back and forth going on here into the post market. Hey Hermes, how did you get up here? Did I put you here and I was like daydreaming? I guess so. Right, and there's also this trade opportunity to open up a short position here. I think this is probably a good day trade here on Monday in the midst of like a pretty notable drop and some like back and forth behavior. It won't, that drop doesn't seem like it's gonna last. At least that part of the drop doesn't seem it's gonna last forever. Midday on Monday. But as far as today goes, we had a low here at the beginning of the day. Trade opportunity I had for somewhere between 10 and 11 really ended up being just after 11 at like 11:06. Is that right? Hermes, come here, buddy. You're in my way. Always trying to sit on that side. I don't know why you like that side so much. Um, Thanks, Hermes. Any case, even if you didn't, even if you got in a little earlier than that dip there, you still would have been a happy camper getting out of between 2 and 3 o'clock right here at, what is this, 2:11. What do you want from me? Can I help you? He put his paw on my chest. Like, what do you want from me? Hmm? What do you want? You want to snuggle, huh? You want to take a nap on my lap? I know you. I know you. That's a good spot, Hermes. So I expect this isn't going to be straight down. Like there should be some like back and forth going on here, but probably overall it'll be decline into the post market at this point. Right, so pretty good trade there, guys. Timed pretty well. I mean, if you got on here, you would have really only left a little bit on as far as entry if you got in here first thing in the morning or anywhere here in the morning in the first hour and a half as suggested, and then held it until roughly 2 to 3 o'clock. That's where we were advised to exit, and that's a pretty solid trade. That's like 449.50, 451.40, $2 almost. Man, really thought we were gonna have a drop there. But on Monday, there's this unicursal energy, so and it's a cross-reading congruency as well because it appears on Monday. Right, there's a relationship between the unicursal and the star card in this reading. In other words, for the 20th, and on the 20th, we have the appearance of both the star card and the unicursal. Sorry, guys. You want to sit in my lap? Okay. You're funny, Hermes. Immediately plops down in my lap, put his hand on my, or his head on my arm. So cute. You're such a cutie pie, Hermes. Hey, AV. Huh. It's pretty interesting. Where we are is kind of like no man land. Like, this could have been. It looks like what this ruin here is actually transpired on the 16th. Pretty big move from a peak down to a trough. So we likely see like, and then we have these sideways rotation as well, right? This is kind of like sideways rotation. So we likely see another move to the upside here. So like, probably a good opportunity to open up a long position in BTC here for like a like over like a multi-day swing trade. You could close around the 20th or the 21st. Hey, Conrad. Calls. I think we may like based on what I'm seeing, like this was the Ace of Swords right here. We hit it there, broke back down. So like this is the roughly this price level here is the price level that we went through three times. One, two, three. But it looks like the Ace of Swords, we probably have more downward, and it looks like that was the high right there. Ended up being before the pre-market, so might be calls aren't the best place to be right now, my friend. When do they expire? But there, like I expect there should be, since we're already past the Ace of Swords, that puts us into the Queen of Cups. Provided that I'm accurate and this was the Ace of Swords right here, it puts us into the Queen of Cups probably here. As we go into the close, and we're like 20 minutes away, so there's probably going to be some like back and forth going, like a sideways S formation. You might get a better exit point, but I wouldn't count on like seeing a high or probably not a profit at this point. Man, the lows, like, this is such bullish energy. The lows on the Bitcoin and on the S&P 500, they just didn't pan out. Like I said, when you have a really strong trend in one direction, it'll kind of like dampen the effects of the cards that have energies in the opposing direction. All right, nice. Good to hear, Conrad. I don't know what it is. When I try to trade, it just like phew, evaporates. I mean, I do know what it is. It's just frustrating. I wish it was different, but it's good to hear other people making money. That rule of karma is so important, guys, because like there's, it's like it's almost like being right. It's not almost, it is. It's like being right all the time and not getting any money from it. Wouldn't that suck to be right all the time and not get any money from it? So in order for me to do that, really need the support of our angel investors. Luckily, there's plenty of beautiful people out there. Conrad and AV there included. Well, I think we definitely go higher. There's going to be like a drop. It's either over the weekend or it's going to take place throughout the day on the 20th, or maybe both. But we rallied pretty notably out of that the following day, like pretty hard. So we either see the same highs or higher. And then the high for the month, I think, is probably the 27th or the 28th. Probably the 27th, but it's the 27th or the 28th, one of those two. And like I said early on, I was probably missing the low. Like I think it was on the 6th when we didn't have the low pan out here, where I said, you know what, I probably missed the low. The low is probably here on the 1st, based on the cross street incongruency, and it really does look like it's panned out that way. That's the thing about ESO meta analysis. If you like make a mistake, you can always go back and like reassess. The information's still there, It's not like some other psychic where they're like, oh, it's going to do this on this day, period. And it's like it either does that or it doesn't. But if you've got all this other information, maybe they're off by like a day, but they've got the sequence of events, right? That's what I mean. Esometa is some powerful stuff. If you are interested in learning more about Esometa, guys, we sell a book. There's an ebook here. You can get the ebook here, and there's also the bundle ebook and the card, the specific deck that we utilize for the system. You can get a little bit of a discount if you buy them together. But the ebook has like all the information that's here in the cards, plus additional information that you won't find here in the tarot cards pages, like earnings in a lot of cases, stuff like that. And it explains the system, how it was developed. On sale right now. Man, I got a little cough. Yeah, a lot of price change here. Okay, so what it looks like probably happens. Yeah. Satiri. There's the Satiri card on the 24th. Oh, I'm looking too early on. Duh. So, okay, so this Ace of Swords here at the high is probably indicating that we revisit this high on the following day. Or if not on the following day, then probably on the 24th. I think that star card in the morning is probably a pretty notable opportunity. There's a high and a low there in the morning. The star card is sometimes a trade card. Can you please see how the market will react to Nvidia's earnings on Tuesday? Also, if I remember correctly, the market rallied all day when Nvidia was going to release earnings at end of day. Do you see that happening? Let's take a look. Yeah, pretty big move higher on the 28th. This is important, and I missed this right here. This is an important breakout, but also it's important probably because it's like the high. Yeah, so pretty big move. Hmm. It's a little bit mixed midday, but it's a pretty big move to the upside. And it may be out of like a little bit of decline that we have at the end of the day on the 27th, possibly. Nvidia's earnings results for Tuesday. Man, it's a little unclear. Let me try again. What will be the earnings results for Nvidia on Tuesday, 28th of November 2023? Doesn't look like they meet their expectations. And remember, guys, we've got Mercury retrogrades. I might not have mentioned this, but we've got Mercury retrogrades influence starting on the 24th. So that's where we should see a reversal. What am I looking for? Okay, death card. Yeah, nothing there for earnings in the book, but it looks to me like they missed their expectations, and then the market's reaction as a result of earnings, overall trend is to the downside pretty notably. Oh, Tuesday the 20. Are you talking about the 21st of December? I thought you were saying next week. It doesn't really. That might be why it was unclear. Actually, that makes sense. So it's 21st of what? Let's be specific. Yeah, see here we've got this turnaround, and we should see after, like, it's hard to say if it's gonna be like it's a sideways S within a channel, but sometimes it's at an angle. Usually it's horizontal, so you could say like either there or there, right? And then this would be the bottom end of the range, so we should meet that, and then we should come back to this and probably break through it. That's the sideways S formation, and we've got 7 minutes, so we're definitely in that area. Oh my god, I'm thinking, I'm like in my head, I'm thinking it's this week already because I'm like so far ahead in my predictions. Okay, Tuesday the 21st. Yeah, well that looks about right. So we have this notable move on the 21st. I'll do it again just cuz that's probably why it was unclear because I had kind of like convoluted the question. Makes sense. I should have realized that. Yeah, it doesn't look like they meet their expectations. There's some worry involved there, and overall trend direction. A lot of price change there. I got the ace of discs, so probably what happens is we fall from a high there. It might be here though. The high might be here at the end of the day. I think we probably see the same high on the 22nd. Like we come back and meet it again, and that's why we've got a Princess of Swords there. Hey, Robert. And I forgot, I left out. So the other option would be something along these lines. Something like that. It's probably horizontal though, because that doesn't really line up that well. It's probably horizontal. All right, Conrad. Appreciate you, my man. Good to see you. All right, so just the recap, and then I'm gonna roll, my friends. Um, so if we do come back to this price point here in the next 3 minutes, which probably not, but if we do, there may be. I probably put on like a partial short, and then at the beginning of the day, if there's more partial short, I'm like if there's more upside, I'd probably continue with that short because we got a pretty sharp drop here at least midday. I think probably midday with a little bit of a retracement, and then continued drop as we exit the day. And then at the end of the day, in the midst of a decline in that last hour, you could open up a long position in anticipation of a pretty big move higher here. Yeah, it looks like you could close it at the high somewhere around 2 to 3, or excuse me, 10 to 11. Well, you could open up a short position at the high and then probably close that the following morning, open up a long position and close it at the same price level that we saw as the high on the 21st. Probably here at the Ace of Swords is my sense. And that's the recap, guys. So thank you all so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. It's super important. People definitely made money today based on the trade advisement. So make sure to follow that rule of karma. We're counting on you here at Tarot for Traders, and you do so here at the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. 5% of the profits forward to one of these charities. Just use a click here link. Super easy. I mean, how easy is that? And be a part of the cure for Alzheimer's, right? And then 5% of the profit should be donated back to the channel, leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that money out of love. As long as you do that, the universe considers you an angel investor. The channel is going to send it back to you tenfold through this channel. Blessings, my friends. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.